Yeah, good morning, guys. I hope everyone is doing good. Am I audible and are you able to see my screen? Can someone please confirm if you're able to see my screen?
Yes, Karthik.
Yeah. So just quickly rewind what we have discussed in the previous class. So from Java 11 onwards, in order to run the program, what all the steps do you need? Do you need to compile the Java program from Java 11 onwards? Is it needed?
No, not needed.
Yeah, if I want, I can do it. But without compilation, what is the command to execute a Java program?
Classname.java.
First was classname.java.
Java followed by class name.java, correct? See, these seven. Okay. Now, apart from that, we also started looking at string enhancement. Now, before a string, I have already discussed some questions on the string, correct? So if I do any operation on a string, whether it's a concatenation, repeat, or substring, anything, what happens? Does the original string get changed or new object will be created?
Yes.
New object gets created, sir.
New object gets created every time. Okay. Now, if I am not referencing it, then what will be the output? Original object will not be modified. So you have to reference it, correct? Now, so we have looked at one method called repeat. What does the repeat method will do? Yeah. What does the repeat method do?
It will repeat the given string a number of times. I mean, the unspecified number of times.
Yeah, whatever the number that I have given, so the given string will be repeated to that many number of times. Yes. Now, what happens if I give the negative value? Illegal argument exception. Yeah, because that is not a correct argument. So will I get if I give negative value, will I get a compilation error?
No, sir. No compilation.
Because it's the repeat method takes a integer or long argument, integer argument. So integer argument, as per the definition of variables, integer can have the negative value as well. Okay. Now, and if I give the negative value, there is no compilation error because the negative value is possible for the integer. And if I so there will be a runtime exception that is handled, which is nothing but a illegal argument exception. Okay. Now, if I give integer max value here, because it is taking a integer. So the max value of integer is nothing but 2147 483647. This one. If I give this one, what happens?
Out of memory error.
So the reason for that out of memory error is how many times you are repeating this seven or eight characters. So it will go out of the string memory, correct? Hence we'll get a out of memory error. Okay. Now after that we looked at the trim method and strip method. Can someone tell me the difference between a trim method and strip method? What does a trim method will do? What does the strip method will do? Can I say that both will remove the leading and trailing spaces of a string?
Yes, both the things, same thing.
Yeah, same thing it will do. But what is the difference? Can I say the definition of what a white space is different for these two? Correct? For
Yes,
trim
sir.
method, trim method and strip method, the functionality of this method is to remove the trailing and leading white spaces. So in order to remove it, first they need to identify what is a white space, correct? Now, the definition of identifying what is a white space is different between a trim method and the strip method. Strip method will use is white space method, which is an industry standard. That means whatever they are using in the Python, whatever they are using in the .NET for a white space, the same thing is present in the strip method. But in the trim method, what is a white space? Any code character which is less than U200 is considered as a space. See, remove the space. Okay. Where, if you look at this statement, where space is defined as any character whose code point is less than or equal to U0020. U0020 is nothing but a space character. On the laptop, you enter space, right? That one. Okay. So they have a definition. That means any character, code character, which is less than or equal to this number. If I am giving more than, say, in the industry, there are some characters for which the code point can be different, but still it is considered as a white space. That means the trim method definition of a white space is nothing but any code character which is less than or equal to U0020. But whereas a strip method, it does not look at the core characters. It looks at the is white space method. That's a new method as added in the character wrapper class. Okay. And if you look at here, U0020, U2001 is greater than U0020. Hence, this strip method is not deleting the spaces, but the strip method is deleting the spaces. Any questions? Anyone? This is very important. What is the difference between a trim method and strip method? Okay. Now let's go for next. Each blank method that is created. Each blank will return true if the given string is empty or it is blank. Okay. Now at the same time, so if there is a method called lines method that is introduced. What does the lines method will do? What does the lines method will do? Can someone tell me? What are the line terminators?
Slash n
Slash n slash r.
Followed by slash r slash n. See, individually slash n slash r or slash r followed by slash n. So this lines method will split the given string based on this one. Whenever it is so in the given string, there may be a possibility of slash n, there may be a possibility of slash r, or there may be a possibility of slash r followed by slash n. So whenever these are called line terminators, whenever the Java looks at this line terminators, it will split the string, and then it will return the stream of string. And on top of this, you can perform the any intermediate or terminator operation. Okay. Now the lines method is used. So if you want to split it generally, then you will use a split method. In the split method, you can provide slash n followed by slash r. But if you want to split both the together, you cannot do, right? You have to do multiple things. So this lines method will be introduced in Java 11 to split the given string based on the line terminator. So that is the advantage of having the lines method. Now, after that, we have looked at the local variable type inference. Can someone tell me what is a local variable type inference?
Any data type we will give where it will take it.
Yeah. So from the local variable type reference, this inference, this is created in Java 10. So from Java 10 onwards, if you want to declare a local variable, do you need to provide a data type?
No.
No.
What is the in place of data type? What is the keyword that we use?
Var.
So can I call it as a keyword? Because you look at here, new is a keyword in Java, correct? Or public is a keyword. What is a color? The public, static, void. All these are keywords. What is the new? Var is also same color, correct? So that means var is what is a var? Var is a keyword in Java, which is introduced in Java 11. So can I say that? How does the compiler understand what is the data type?
Based on content we provide.
Based on the content that we provided, the Java compiler will identify what is the data type. Now, can I call the method? Yes. Can I create a ArrayList object? Yes. So this is called local variable inference.
Scope is local.
Scope is for the local, only for the methods. Hence, it is called, the name itself is having a local, right? This is what we discussed on Saturday, correct? Sunday was holiday. So now, let us see some more advantages of or some more Java new features in the Java 11. Now, can someone tell me? So let me create. Now, can I say that here? Are you able to see one thing? Important links. This is, or else what I will do is, let me create one folder. Here, do you see this? There is a one text document called lines.txt on my desktop. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now I want to read this document. This is a notepad document. I want to read this. How do you do? In core Java. Tell me in core Java. Anyone? Just think about it. This might be present in your projects also, correct? How to read a data from the file. It's a simple core Java.
IO streams.
Yeah, tell me how, what should I do? IO streams, that is correct. See, whatever you said is IO stream, you can use it. But what is the code I will write generally?
System
Anyone?
dot
Go ahead.
Yeah, create an object for a file
Okay.
wherein we supply the location or the path of the file.
Mm.
Then using buffer reader or any character stream or byte stream, it's better to go with the character stream.
Okay.
Then there will be a method called readline or something.
Yeah. So can I say that
Yes.
this is one? So
Yes,
file, file equal to new file, you will provide the file path, and then using the buffer reader dot read line, you will read the data, and then if whatever the operation you want to perform, you will perform. This is how you will read it, correct?
correct.
Yeah. So, but you don't need to do. See here, this is one way, or the other way is someone said that Apache common, right? Apache. So there is a third party jar called Apache Commons IO. So read file to string, write file to string. These methods are present in the, if you want to write something to this one, generally in your project, if you search, you will get this write file to string. But this where this source code is present, it is not present in the Java. It is present in the jar called Apache Commons IO. So this Apache Commons IO is a separate jar. Let me click here. You will go to somewhere. See here. Apache Commons jar is nothing but a third party jar, which is providing some features to work with the files. Okay. Input out IO is nothing but an input output, right? So that means whenever you want to write something, read something and all, so this third party jar will provide some feasibility files. So that's the reason everyone will use this one. Okay. Now that means whenever you're using a third party jar, so they may introduce something, they may stop the support something. So suddenly if they stop the support or there is some hacking or something is there, then it's a problem, right? Because Apache is an open source. Anything Apache Kafka, Apache Tomcat server, all these Apache products are open source. Okay, you don't need to pay anything, but there is no support. They cannot guarantee, no one can guarantee you that when you will get a support. Okay, so these are the problems. In order to overcome these problems, in Java 11, they have introduced in the file class, they have introduced a new method called read string, write string. So with this one, read string and write string, easily you can read it. Okay. Now they have introduced a new interface called path interface. Okay. Now let us look at what is this path interface. See java.nio.file. See, NIO is a package which is already available in Java. Now look at here. Is it an interface? Path?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now let us look at whether this, what is the package? Java.nio.file. Now let us go to the Java source code of decompiler of Java 8 and see whether this is present in Java 8 or not, correct? I might say that it is new, but why do you believe me? So let's go here and see. I hope you guys are also opening the source code and looking at it whenever you're practicing. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Because it will enhance your programmatic skills, man. If you don't look at also, nothing goes off me. But you will get profited. Like means whenever you are, you will be closely working with code, right? So it would be good for you. See java.nio. There is a package called IO is different, NIO is different. NIO package, I think it is introduced in Java 1.5. Okay. Now to work with streams, sorry, IO input output. In this NIO, anywhere do you see the path? Let's go A, B, C, D. Let's see when we go for P. See, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. P, there is with P, do you see any interface or any file?
No, sir.
No. So that is the thing. So the interface called path has been, there is an interface called path. What is the use of this path is, whenever you're creating in the older manner, what do you do? File, new file equal to, you will provide the file where the location is present, right? Instead of providing and calling the constructor, you can also call the interface. That in order for that purpose, this path interface has been created. So path is a interface. Now let us look at what are the methods are there. There is a method called off. Okay. Now here, if you look at this off method, what is this method?
Static.
And that means in interface, I have a static method. How can I call this method?
Interface name dot method name.
Yeah. And what is this? Tell me. The second argument,
Whereas-
first argument is something.
Whereas
What does it mean? Whereas?
You can give list also.
variable length of arguments.
Yeah, that means you can
You
pass
can
one
pass a
argument,
number.
2 argument, 3 argument, 4 argument. So whenever you are
Assign
using
type.
a variable argument should be the last parameter. This you cannot write in the first parameter. Okay. This should be the last parameter. Okay. Now let us look at another method, URI. See here. So that means I have the off method static. By using one, I can also get the path. So let us look at here. So look at here, path followed by off. I am passing a string variable. And then let us see. Let me write here, path P equal to path followed by off. Okay. Now let me here, what is the file I told? Lines.txt, where it is present on the desktop. Now, how can I get the desktop location? Can I say that I will go here, desktop, and then see, this is a path. Just click it here. No, let me go from C drive, somewhere, desktop.
Otherwise, you can right click and see the property.
Users, Dell, here desktop will be there. Yeah. So this is a desktop path, correct? This is a desktop path. Copy this and put it here. So automatically here, whenever you hear, how many slashes are there? Single slash or double slash after C colon, users after
Single.
Dell after single colon. But whenever you copy, automatically you will get a double colon, because this, whenever you are writing in the folder structure, you have to use this, like this is the format. Okay. Now what is the file I want? Lines.txt. Copy this name, lines.txt, and then put it here. Now I need to put double slash because this is a path now. Now I have created a path. Now I want to read from this path. Okay. So if this is same as whatever you are doing earlier, giving the same thing to the file. Okay. Now the new method has been introduced in the file API is files dot read string. So earlier, if you look at the methods are like read all byte, read all lines. So here, if you look at this files dot read string method, what does this read string method is taking?
Path.
Can I say that path interface reference? So that's the reason I have created in line number 8, I have created a path interface reference by passing the where the file is present. Okay. Now whenever I say this P, now what this read string method is returning? It is throwing, let's throw the exception. Okay, done. Because you're working with IO, there may be a possibility of IO exception. Okay. Now let me look at the definition of this method.
It returns strings.
Yeah. So look at here, read string method. So by looking at this definition, method name is read string. It is taking a path reference. And what is the return type? String. And where this method is present in the files. Okay. Now you click on this one. See here, this is a method and it is returning a string object. That means whatever you have mentioned in the file, that will be read as a string object only. Yes or no? String S. Now let me do sysout S. Okay, now let me run the program and see. See in the lines.txt, what is the data that is present? Let me open this and show you. In the line.txt, can I say that line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6, line 7? Okay. In order to read this, earlier you will write lot of code, correct? When I say lot of code, buffer reader, while statement or for statement, etc. But whenever I use this one, so how many lines of code? Only 2 lines of code, correct? In the third line, I'm printing it. Now let me run the program and see. Let us see what is the issue. No such file exception. Okay. Desktop lines.txt. Is it there? Yeah. Okay. Then when this kind of exception will come, then what you do is copy this path and put it in the control. See, are you able to see? See here, whenever I'm trying to find, so I got a no such file exception. So sometimes I'm not able to see what we think that I have given the right location, but why it is not able to find. But now can I say, whenever you have given the right location, copy this location, go to the run command and enter it, and then click on OK. If it is correct, then it should open that document, correct? So that means what it is telling, Windows cannot find the file. That means the file, whatever we have given is something wrong. So let me go to the desktop only, till desktop. Okay. Now click OK. Now here, it is the lines.txt. Lines.txt we have given right. So
.txt will come twice. In name, you need to remove .txt.
No, why would it come twice?
No, it will come lines.txt. In name itself, you have given .txt. No.
Okay. Yeah. Let me try. I think no, that is the extension, I guess. Let us run.
No, sir, you need to give twice .txt.
The file name, okay. The file name itself is a txt. Okay, you mean that? Okay, fine. Thanks for the helping me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a nice catch. Yeah. So now see here. So whenever you get this kind of a issue, then what I will do is I'll copy this location and go to the run command and I'll enter it. So you are right. So the file name itself is a lines.txt. Ideally, what we have to give, the file name should be only lines. Automatically, the txt should be appended, right? Because it's a text document. Now, whatever the data is present, see line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6, line 7. Now, can I say that whatever the data is present in the file, is it read as a string and then that string is shown as an output?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that is a beauty. Like here. So now let us look at some error. So there is another in my called EPF error. Now let us look at see what will happen. Let us run this. See, Aadhaar card authentication failed, Aadhaar number DOB mismatch something. So let us look at whether what is there inside this EOP error. There is some file in my laptop, EPF error. See, is it showing the same thing? Aadhaar authentication failed. Okay. Now, is it also coming in my console? Same thing, Aadhaar authentication failed. Now, can I say that I'm able to read the file with one simple changes only?
Yes, sir.
So there's a new thing that is introduced. In the file, first the path interface has been introduced newly, and the read string method has been introduced newly. Similarly, whenever you want write something to the file, then you go for Apache Commons IO. Generally, what method that we use is write file to string, read file to string. Okay, so look at here, write file to string and read file to string. Those are the method that we use it generally. Okay, but here with this in the files API, we have another method called write string. So whenever you are writing something to the file, or whenever you want to write something to any document or something, what are the different scenarios will come? Can someone tell me what are the different scenarios will come whenever you want to use a write operation? So first, if someone is giving you this work, I assume that your lead is giving you that, do the writing operation to this file. Then immediately can I say, you will be asking, do I need to overwrite the given file, or do I need to append the content to the previous file, correct?
Yes.
Overwrite means the whatever is there in the file that will be gone, and append means
We'll add some.
whatever is there in the file will be present and you will add it. So whenever you add it, you might ask whether should I add it in the first or should I add it in the last, correct? That means, so there are different scenarios, like you can overwrite the file, you can append the file, something, correct? Now, so here, okay, if you guys look at here, there is a method called write string, okay? So if you have a character sequence, then you can go for this write method. If you have a string, you can go for this write string method. If you look at this write string method, so what is that it is taking? Path. Because you need to tell in which location the file is present. Yes, I have provided, done. Now, what is the second one? Second one is the argument, what you want to write. See, the second one is a CSQ, character sequence. Character sequence is nothing but a string, correct? Now, here what I want to write. So I'm just writing example. So write operation, testing the write operation, testing the write operation of files using Java 11. So in the EPF error.txt command, in this notepad, what is the data that is already present? Aadhaar authentication failed. Just now you have looked at it, correct? Yes or no, guys? Now I want to add this data to that file. Now I want to, so here in the third parameter, so in this write string method, the first parameter is a path. The second parameter is what you want to write. Okay, the third parameter is what is the operation? Okay, now what is the operation that you want to do? You want to write standard. Okay. Yeah. So here the third parameter will tell you whether you are overriding it or you are appending it. That you can decide it here. No. So here append. Okay. The method called there is the constant variable. I am selecting it as a append. What is the definition here? If the file is open for write access, then bytes will be written to the end of the file rather than beginning. If the file open to the write access for other programmer, then the file will be system specific. If it is writing, the end of the file is automatic. That means if I am using this append operation, where it will append the data? At the end. Let us look at here. Done. Now after this one, so save this one. So before opening it, before doing the operation, I'm trying to show you guys. See what is the current file is containing? Aadhaar authentication failed, some data. Okay. Now let me run the program. Now this read string will print you Aadhaar authentication failed, and the write string should print Aadhaar authentication fail, and all at the end this should be appended. Let's run the program and see. Let me open the file. See, look at the previous file and this file. See, previous file is this one till gender mismatch with the register data only. If you look at the new file, can I say that testing of the write operation of files using Java 11 is appended to the file? Yes or no? So
Yes.
that is what I have tried, and this is what I am trying to print it. So can I say that this one is appended to the file automatically at the end? Done. Now if I read it, can I say that this should come? If I do the read operation again, see, testing of the file is done, and this again will be added to the file again, second time. Look at here. See, testing operation, Java 11 testing operation is performed Java 11 again. Okay. So that means, so in order to write the data to the file, you use a write string method. In the write string method, the first object would be the path interface. The second would be the what you want to write. The third would be the operation. So instead of append, let us look at create. So create a new file if does not exist. The option is ignored if the create new option is set. the check for the existence of the file and the creation of the file, if does not exist, is atomic with respect to other file system. Okay. Now create new. Now let us look at what is the other operations. Yeah. So here, trunk write operation. Let us look at the write open for write operation. Look at, there is a method variable called truncate existing. Try this and then run the program and see. Look at the latest one. See what happened just now. Earlier file is having this one, right? The other authentication failed everything. So that is it. That is also written. So because whenever I am reading it, first I am reading it. So whatever is there in the file, that is read. See, that is what printed here. After that, what I am doing, I am trying to write this data to the file, and then I am using a truncate existing. That means existing one will be deleted. That means it's a overwritten. So if you look at the latest file that is created, so testing the write operation of files using the Java 11. Now, can I say that other authentication, that was the data that is present in this file, is overridden?
Yes, sir.
So that means it depends on what kind of operation that you are doing. Depends on that, you need to change the third parameter, correct? Now, can I say that using these options, the writing and reading of the data from the file, is it easy? Not only text document, you can keep Word document, you can do PDF, anything. It is, I'm not saying that it will read only from text document. You can modify it and you can look at it. Let us look at if I have a Word document and see. Here Java 9 nodes is there. Okay. Now let us look at Java 9 nodes. Dot. What is the extension? DOC, correct? DOC exciting. Okay. Now let me comment this right. If I do it, what happens? The entire Java 9 nodes will be overridden with this one. I don't want that. Okay. Now done. Now let me run the program. What it is telling? No such file. So let me change with it with a DOC. Run the. It is taking time. Still, what happened? Malformed input exception. So input length 1. So here somewhere the data is not correct in this one. Let me take something. Yeah, digital currency. If you have the slash escape characters, then it will not read properly. Okay. Now what I will do is I will create one document and see. I'm just writing here. I'm saving in the same location, save as desktop test Word document, save. Save. Where it is saved? Yeah, hi, hello. Let me copy this. Give that here. Run the program. See, sometime why it is giving no such file. Let me try with docx. Is it in the desktop? Yes. What happened? Yeah, malformed. Input length 1. Okay. Yeah. So here somewhere, whenever it is reading, it is throwing, it is checking for some escape characters, I guess. So new string, no triple one, something. Okay. So don't worry. Let's try with some other, instead of document, let us try with some other extension. Let us see this PDF, whether it will work. Let's try this. If not, I'll work on it and I'll let you know, guys, what is the issue. Okay. Where is the file changes? Yeah. I think input length is one. I think it is not able to identify something. Yeah. I'll look at this and I'll tell you. But the concept here is you can read any file, not only the text document, Word document, anything. You can read any file. Okay, and then you can, using a read string method, you can read it. Using a write string method, you can write it. What kind of a write operation you are doing, that you need to mention in the third argument. So this, whether it reading the PDF document and writing the PDF document. So I think I'm getting some error. I'll look at this error and I'll get back to you on that error in the next class in order not to waste the time. Any
Sir,
questions?
since we are taking the file in string, is there any limit? Means if file is too big, string will not be able to hold the
Yeah,
data.
yeah, that is what I have given this file. Hi, hello. If you look at this file, so I thought the same thing. So here in this file, I have given the less data, correct? Yeah, it is not too big, right? So that's the reason I tried it, but still it is showing some error. It's not able to open the document itself, I think. That is a malformed error you are getting, malformed input. Somewhere the exception is there. So maybe the space, I guess. The file name is having a space or something. Let me modify this. Control Z. And then I think because of the space, I guess.
No, sir, like if
Yeah.
the file is big, in that case, what we should do? Like that is my question.
Okay, read string method if the file is big. Okay, then the same, see, even whenever you're using other things also, whenever the file is big, the same IO error would be coming, right? Like out of memory error will be coming. Okay. So now you are saying that how do we handle those kind of things? Okay. Now, whenever you're reading this data something, right? Instead of storing everything into the buffer memory, you can, before running this task, you can, the given file, you can, you can break that given file into a different number of files. Like if the given file is having around 10 GB, okay, but 10 GB you cannot read it once, right? There is a limitation, right?
Yes.
Because whenever you are reading, and the string object will be holding the data, and you will get obviously out of memory error. So in order to do those kind of things, the input file will be divided into multiple files. Okay, when I say multiple files, means before doing this reading operation, not only this one, not only read string method, whatever the thing that you before this one, we used to have the buffer reader, right? Even buffer reader, anything that you use, if the file is very big, you will get obviously the out of memory error, correct? Whether it in the buffer reader, what happens, it reads the line by line or something. Whenever line by line is there, the buffer reader will be open, the performance issue will be there. So all the places we get a out of memory error. Then the solution for that would be, before reading this one, so whatever the document that you have, you can get the size. Okay, once the size is there, you can split that document into multiple different documents and then read it. So that is what happens in the real-time application. Hope that answer your question. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Just a minute. Okay. Now, let us look at the next changes. Okay. Now, in the, do you guys know the predicate interface, right? What are the methods that are present in the predicate interface?
Test and or equals.
Predicate. Okay. Yeah. So can I write equals and toString method in the function interface as abstract methods?
Yes, we can.
Object class overridden methods are not considered as abstract methods, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now let us look at predicate interface changes. What happened? So in the predicate, generally what does the predicate will do?
Take an input, returns Boolean.
Okay. Now can I say what is a predicate? It's a functional argument, correct? Sorry, functional interface. Now in the function interface, you know that this is an abstract method. Okay. We have different default methods and then static methods, right? So there is one more method has been introduced. So see this, if you look at the Java 8, this is equal method, or method, this and methods are already present, negate method, these are already present. Okay. In Java 11, the new method that is introduced is called not. What is this method? What kind of a method is this? Static method. Now, what is the use of this not method? This is a not method that is a static method that is introduced in Java 11. What is the use of this? Let us look at it. What does this not method is taking?
Predicate.
What it is returning?
Predicate only.
Predicate.
Okay. It is taking a predicate. It is returning a predicate. Okay. Now, let me give you one string array equal to okay. Now this is the array. Okay. Now it's a can I call this as a string array? Let me put here. Sorry, this is
Yes, sir.
Yes,
blank.
it's string array.
It's a string array, correct?
Yes.
Now, from this string array, I want you to read, write a program, write a stream program to read the strings or to filter the blank space. Can I say that this is a blank string?
Yes, sir.
Is this a blank? Yes, it's having a space. I don't want. So filter the blanks. So if that is a question, can I say that this is how you will write? So for the given is array. How can you create a stream from the array? Arrays dot stream followed by you will pass that a. Now can I say that I can use a filter method? In the filter method,
Yes.
can I say that p followed by p is blank? So if whenever the given string is blank, can I say that this will return true? But you don't want the blank statements. I want to print non-blank statements. Can I say that here I will put not equal to?
Correct.
Okay. And then for each. When I use for each, this out p. Okay. Now if I run this program, what can someone tell me what is the output?
High test.
Okay. Let's see. See high test. See, this is also a blank space, correct? It's a line terminator. All these are nothing but a blank spaces only. Now, so that means if I want to print a blank statement, then can I say that here not symbol has to be removed? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now here, now.
Yes.
What happened? Okay. So that's there is no output. From the second line, there is no output. This is the output of the first statement. Okay. If you want to look at that, let out, right? Second statement, empty output. Okay. When I say no output means those are the blank spaces only, right? See here. See first here I am getting. So after second I am getting, see here there are some, the cursor is going down means there is a, these are the empty space statements, right? This is one, this is one, this is one. Okay. So those are the empty it is coming. Okay. Now, if you look at this first statement, what is the question for this first statement? Write a stream program to remove or to display the non-blank values from the given string array, correct? Now, if I want to convert this using, so not method, I don't want to use this negation symbol. I want to use this a not method. Then what I will do, I will simply do arrays dot stream a dot filter method. Okay. Filter method is taking predicate, right? What is this predicate? Now, what I will do, predicate dot, sorry, interface name followed by not method. And I will pass this predicate here. P followed by P is not blank. Okay. Dot for, don't worry, I will explain. Just let me complete this. This out. P. Now here, look at here. What is the difference between this statement and line number 11 and line number 13? In line number 11, directly I have written whatever the condition I want. Okay, that's fine. Correct. Now there is a predicate. Now filter method is taking what? It's a predicate interface, right? Now, instead of directly supplying this predicate interface, what I'm doing, I'm calling the predicate not method. This predicate not is nothing but this similar to this negation symbol. So predicate not method is returning what? Predicate not is returning predicate only, right? And it is taking a predicate. So to this predicate not method, I'm passing the predicate which is blank. So it will not of that is nothing but it's negation. So it will give you the same thing. So this is a use, like instead of you don't want to use this negation symbol, you can use this one. See, look at the same output has come. So this is a use of this not method that is introduced newly in the predicate interface. Any questions? Should I repeat?
Understood.
Okay. So the next topic would be, now let me create one. Let me create some inner classes. So here in the outer class, I have another. Let me create a class, inner class. Let me create capital I. Is it possible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Inner class 2. Is it possible? Can I have multiple inner classes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, so here, now in Java 11, the one more important feature that has come is nested classes. In the nested classes, what is the parent? What is the parent of your class? So that you can get it by using this nested based access. So let me show you. So there is a nested based access. Okay. Using these methods, get nest of, is nest met of, get nest members. Using these methods, you can check whether the given class is having a how many nest members or something. Okay. Now let's look at get nest members. Let me copy that from here. Yeah, whoever is not speaking, please go on mute. Okay. Now let us run this one here. So here, this one, what is the name of outer class here? In this outer class, I want to know how many inner classes are present. Okay. In the outer class, how many inner classes are present? There may be a possibility that n number is there. I want to know. Do you have any feasibility before 11 to check? Or do you have any idea how to check? In an outer class, how many inner classes are present? Any idea? Or have you think of
Yeah.
it at least once?
Yes, sir. Outer class dot, if we place, we may talk.
That you will get during the runtime, correct? In the Eclipse, you will get. But if I am
Yeah.
trying, that means Eclipse is giving you the suggestion. Outer class dot, if you do, you will get inner class 2. Okay, you will count it manually. But do you have anything? If I am doing in a notepad, will I note? Does the notepad will give you a suggestion?
No, sir.
So, but in the program you want, then that is a feature. So here outer class dot, there is a method called in the class. Okay, in this there is a class called class in Java. So there is a method called get nest members. This will give you how many inner classes are present. Let us run. How many are there in this one now? 2, correct? See, so that means this is the outer class. Inside that outer class, so we have outer class followed by the inner class, and then outer class followed by the inner class 2. That means this method get nest members. It will list all the inner classes and outer class as well. Okay, let me create one more also.
Using reflection, we can't find, sir.
Yeah, using reflection, you can access it, correct? But you
Yes,
cannot list it out all, right? Using the execute method, you can list it out, correct? Sorry,
Yes.
whenever you want to
Invoke.
access a private constructor, directly using the invoke method, you will access it. But can you list it out?
No, sir.
Yeah. So that is, look at here, outer class and followed by inner class. See, this is the inner class 1, inner class 2, inner class 3. That means it will list what are the classes inside that class. Okay. Now, so in order to know that, we need to use a method called get nest members. Now, let me create. So here is, can I say that this predicate interface changes? This is a separate method, separate class. See, outer class is separate
Yes,
class,
sir.
and predicate interface changes are these two are separate classes. Now I want to know whether this predicates interface changes is a subclass of inner class of this outer class or not. I do not know, correct? I want to know that. So there is a method called isNestMetof. Okay. Now let me copy this. Now here, inner class 3, is it an inner class of outer class? Okay, let me create, instead of outer class and all, let me create A, and let me create the inner classes as B, let me create C, let me create D. Why it is giving a error? Rename. Okay, let me create A1. Okay, now here, let me put it as A1. Okay, now can I say that A1 is the outer class? Okay, class name I need to modify. Yes, rename the file. Okay, done. Okay, now can I say that A1 is the outer class and BCD are the inner classes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now
Yes,
I
sir.
want to check whether D is a, so B. So if I say like this, there is a method called isNestMetof. So whatever the class you have given here to this method, it will check whether this is a subclass, inner class of this outer class, whatever they have mentioned here. If it is true, then it will return true. Let us save this. What is the compilation error? No. Let us print it. Say true. Now, so can I say that this, now let me take this predicate interface changes. Now this one. Now I want to check whether this predicate interface change is present as a inner class of this A1 class or not. Inside a A1 class, do you have a class called predicate interface changes? Is it an inner class or separate class?
Separate class.
Separate class. So what this method will give you, it will, so these are the new enhancements that are made in Java 11. So this is nest met of method will tell you whether this is a inner class. It will return true if the supplied class is a part of a inner class of your here. If it is not an inner class, it will return false. Let's look at here. See, it is not inner class, correct? The predicate interface change is not present here. Hence, I am getting a false. Okay. Now, if you look at this one, where these methods are present, look at here. See, there is a class called class in Java. Let me show you the source code. So whatever I have shown here, it is a source code, guys. I'm going to the top. So here, what is the class name here?
Class only.
Class. That means there is a class called class in Java. Agree now? Now in this class,
Yes, sir.
there are new methods have been introduced. What methods? Is nest met of. Okay. Get nest members. Okay. See here, nest members. There is another method called get nest host. That means it will give you the host, right? Let us look at how that will work. Hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. Where these nest members, these are present in the class called class. A1 dot get nest host. So it is so the third one is printing A1 only. Now I want to see what is the parent of this D class. Who is the host of this D class? So you want to see, then get nest host. Let's run this program. See, what is the parent of D? A1, correct? Are you getting that or not? If the D is an inner class, what is the parent of D? A1, right? Inside the A1 only D is present. So are you getting that using the nest host method? So these are the methods that are added in the class called class in Java 11. Hope you understand, guys. Any questions? Or is it confusing? Guys, someone please respond. Is it understood or should I repeat anything? Swati, Srivalli, Sohini, Sanjay, Atul, Melvin, Harish. Can someone respond? Do you need me to repeat this, or do you understood?
Understood, Karthik.
Yeah. So why are we reading this one is this will be whenever you're working with a reflection and all, right? So these methods will be useful. And these methods, where these nest members, nest met of, get nest host, where these methods are added in a class called class. So in Java, there is a class called class. So inside that, these are the methods. Okay. Now what these are the methods? Look at here. So it's an instance method. So by calling this class, you will automatically, it will create an object and you are calling that method. Okay. Now, tomorrow we are going to see some other changes like HTTP client and all. So if no question, that's all for today. And I have shared the notes that I have prepared for Java 11 in the Telegram group. If you look at here, see Java 11 changes. I have shared this one. So I request you all to please go through it. Okay. And let me know in case of any questions. So there are some more changes are present in Java 11 like HTTP client and local variable declaration for Lambda. And there is one thing called flight API. So if we discuss these three, then that's all for Java 11. Okay. After that, I'll be preparing one text test for you guys, like on 8, 9, 11. I'll be sharing with you guys. You need to write that exam. Okay. So if no question, that's all. And someone is asking about the next batch in the chat, right? So next batch would be post Diwali. On November 2nd or 3rd, I'm going to start data structures in morning 7:30 and then core Java at 9 o'clock.
Morning 7:30.
7:30 data structures, yes.
7:30, okay.
Okay, and 9 o'clock core Java.
Okay.
So if any of you are interested, there is still time. Once the poster is ready, I'll share that poster with you guys. You can the same way the demo sessions, everything will be there, and the explanation that I do, everything is using live coding only, even in data structures as well. In the data structures also, we'll solve some of the HackerRank programs also, and we'll write a code every time, like whatever linked list, stack, queue, graph, sorting techniques, merge sort, quick sort, heap sort, max heap, min heap, all the things we'll write with the program. Like I don't share the program directly, whatever is there. I write the manual program and then we'll convert that into Eclipse and then we'll study. And then we'll try some HackerRank questions as well.
What will the duration for the course for data structure?
Would be between 2 to 2.5 months. So if we start in November, by December end or January first week, we will try to complete. In the December end, we'll get a holidays, right? So generally, everyone will have some holidays somewhere. That time, if we have the class time for every day 1 hour extra, then we can complete by December end or January first week.
Okay.
Yeah. Think if you was like Vaibhav is, do we have Vaibhav? I think Vaibhav is not there. I think Vaibhav is already attending my class of data structures. If you would like to have the feedback, like how it will looks like and all, tomorrow I'll ask him to provide the feedback. You can guys look at it and you can join the demos as well if you are interested. Any other questions, anyone? Yeah. If no question, that's all. Once the things are ready, I'll share you the posters. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.